It's Flippin' Friday. I sold something on Mercari for $200 full price this week. You don't want to miss that, so make sure you stick around to the end to see what that was. Hey guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. My name is Heather. I live in Iowa. I am a mom of 2 kids. Grace is 15, Ryan is 12. I homeschool my kids. I coach volleyball at a Christian school, and I am a full-time reseller. I sell on sites like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, Tradesy, ThreadUp, The RealReal, Facebook. I think that's it. And I go by the Canary Closet on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and share with you my sales this week. I decided to do it a little bit different, and I'm going to try to just tell you sales in the order from lowest to highest. I thought it'd be kind of fun to look at it that way. Stick around to the end so you can see, like I said, I did sell something for $200, so that was a great sale. It boosted my week, definitely. If you like these type of videos, I do a lot of hauls and what solds mixed in with a little bit of other stuff. Go ahead and push that like button down below. It really helps me to grow my channel. Thanks. Okay, so the first things I'm just going to talk about things that sold for under $20. So the first thing that sold was this J. Jill white linen cardigan sweater in a size large. I had had this for a while. I was kind of playing around with J. Jill a little bit. Kind of off season to be selling white right now. Someone offered me $13. I just took it. The next was these Nike blue dry fit golf like plaid shorts for women in a size 6, and I sold those for $15. Then I sold this UMG floral teal long kimono. It was open style, kind of almost like a house coat or a robe, and I sold that for $15. Next was this Victoria's Secret lined coverage body by Victoria, maroon color. It was a little bit of a bigger size, I think 38D, and I sold that for $16. And then next were these Fabletics. These were on eBay. All the rest of them were on Poshmark. I don't know if I said that. These were Fabletics Power Hold pink leggings. I think they were full length, just in a size small or medium, and I sold those for $18. Then next was this New With Tags ASOS black floral top. I don't pick up ASOS too much. It just doesn't seem to do very well for me. The plus size does a little bit better, but I did sell this for $18. So next I'll go into things that I sold in that $20 range. The first was this Bella Doll long sleeve button up top. So I don't pick this up a ton, but it was pretty cheap and it was a cute style. I think I saw that it was sold on the Revolve website, so I thought I would give it a try, and that sold for $20. Next was this Steve Madden brown leather purse. So I actually picked this up, it's been a while, but I think it was the beginning of this past spring at a garage sale. It was only $1, and I was like, oh, this is so cute. It was in really good condition, but I had never really sold Steve Madden purses, so I thought I would give it a try. It had lots of interest, but no really takers, so someone offered me $20, so I just took that. Those were both on eBay, by the way. Next on eBay was this Columbia jacket. It was a New With Tags, but it had a team embroidered on it. It was the Kansas Jayhawks. I know I've had this for over a year. I kind of regret picking it up, I think because it was so school specific or something. I don't know, but it took forever. Someone offered me $20. I took that. Next, still on eBay, was this Cabby printed layered tank top in a size extra large, and I sold that for $20. The next thing was on Poshmark. It was a J. Crew black and white striped sweater. I had that listed for, I think, $30. Someone offered me $20, so I went ahead and took that. It was this J. Crew white distressed sweatshirt, so it kind of had like little rips, tears. It was supposed to look really distressed. I picked that up at a garage sale recently from someone who had quite a few J. Crew items for, I think, $1 or $1.50, and I sold that for $20. That was on Poshmark. These next few things are going to be on Poshmark as well. I'll try to remember to say that. But you can also kind of tell from the picture, because my Poshmark ones will have where the sold is kind of at the bottom, whereas eBay, it looks a little bit different. Mercari has the sold across the middle. So you should be able to tell, actually, so I probably won't say it every time. The next were these Dolce Vita suede black booties. I sold these for $20. Next was these New With Tags Zara reconstructed vintage high-rise jeans. I had these for quite a while. Someone offered me $20. Went ahead and took that. This was a torrid black striped cardigan sweater, open style. I had lots of interest in this. Some of my torrid pieces, especially the cardigans and the sweaters, will get lots of likes, but sometimes they take a little while to sell, but I've kind of just been holding out. And I sold that for $20 as well. This next one was a vintage Halloween fall like black pullover sweatshirt. I've started to kind of mess around with vintage just a little bit, and so I picked that up, and sorry, cat tail. I picked that up for $3 or $4 and lots of interest right away on all of the 3 sites that I listed on. And that sold quickly for $20. This is Athleta dark teal gray long sleeve top. Like I said before, Athleta has started, or I guess it didn't sell super bad for me before, but I feel like it's been selling better for me lately. And I kind of talked about that before, where I think that it is, with people staying home more and more, that comfortable, like athleisure type of wear is doing really good. So that sold for $20 also. This was these J. Crew white cotton crinkle beach pants cropped. I just picked these up. They were in a haul recently. Sold those for $21. So good example that things sell, you know, all year. It's not a typical fall item, but it still sold pretty quickly too, within a few days. The next thing I sold was this new with tag J. Crew blue and white striped bodysuit. I picked these up recently at a TJ Maxx clearance for like $3. I picked up a few in a different sizes, and it sold for $21. Next was this Rock Revival white Bermuda shorts. So I don't pick up Bermuda shorts too much, but being the brand, they were just the normal price when I bought them at the thrift store. So I did sell those for $22. Next was this little kids vintage. It was like a size 18 months, I think. It was this cute little sweatshirt and sweatpants set, and it had like a little cowboy bear on it, and like little detail down the leg. It was super cute. Sold that for $24 on eBay. The next thing I sold were these Brooks Ghost 10 pink running shoes. These had a little bit of wear up by the top part, which I didn't notice when I picked up, but I cleaned them up otherwise really nice. I mentioned that in the pictures, and they still sold for $25. The next thing was this Catherine's blue hooded zip-up sweatshirt. I did just pick this up recently. It wasn't a size 5X, so I think that was a great size, which really helped sell it. And that sold very quickly within a couple days for $25. The next thing was this North Face Osito, I think is how you say it, dark pink zip-up jacket. The North Face hasn't been doing great for me lately, I have to say. So I'm kind of just trying to be a little more picky with it. This one was cute with that kind of fuzzy look. I had it listed for $40 for quite a while, but I think I was trying to send out some better offers this week, just really strong offers, and I sent out an offer of $25 and they accepted. The next thing was this cool men's yellow plaid short sleeve button down shirt. Sold that for $25. And then I sold these Echo black leather, they weren't really boots, more like heels, women's. They were in a size 11, so don't be afraid to pick up those bigger sizes, and I sold those for $25. I sold this Torrid black open cardigan sweater in a size 3X, and I sold that pretty quickly for $25. I sold, this was an interesting find. I had found this a while ago. I picked it up just kind of based on style. The brand, it was like Schott, maybe S-C-H-O-T-T. It was like a leather suede type vest, like a kind of like a Western looking vest, and in a tan color. And I sold that for $26. And then I sold this cabbie, like it was a layered black and white. I don't know really layered, but it was like, it went across, kind of like a cardigan. Like if you opened up one side, it was like, it was kind of weird. Anyway, turtleneck sweater. That sold very quickly for me within about a week, and I sold that for $28. Okay, so now we're going to move into things that sold in the 30s. So the first thing that I sold was this LNA white twister long sleeve top. I've picked up LNA recently a couple of times. It sold for me for about $25 to $30, and I sold that one for $30. Next, I had these Fry black suede pointed toe, kind of like, I guess they weren't sandals because they weren't open toe, but they seemed more of a summer type shoe, but I guess they could be fall. I don't know. I'm not super good with style, so I really appreciate all the people on YouTube that help me with that. But anyway, I just picked those up at a Plato's Closet clearance sale recently, and those sold for $30. The next things I sold in the 30s, another vintage Halloween item. This was a cardigan sweater. It had lots of really cute details in the front. I picked that up at a thrift world, I believe, for maybe $5 or $6, and I sold that for $30. Most of these are all on Posh, actually, I think. Yeah, Posh and eBay. The next thing that I sold was this Lululemon gray ruffled short sleeve top. So this is a good example that you don't always need to know the style name or have the stock picture. I did a really quick search on Google. I just don't use Lulu Fanatics. It's too overwhelming, too crazy for me. And anyway, so I just described it as best as I could with my own photos, and it sold for $30, which was my full asking price on Poshmark. The next thing was this Lane Bryant tie-dye long maxi dress. I just picked this up recently. It sold within a couple of days for me for $30. This was a Disney Parks zip-up black sweatshirt. When you put up the hood, it had the two little ears And it was new with tags. So, you know, I couldn't resist that. I love Disney. I'm so excited to go on our trip at the end of this month. It's getting so close and I can't wait. I sold that for $30. Comment below and let me know if you have done any trips since this COVID has all gone on. I know everybody kind of feels comfortable in a different way and thinks differently. For us, we went to South Dakota, which was a great camping trip. We could kind of be by ourselves when it was still kind of crazy. Our Disney trip had got rescheduled a couple times, so we still wanted to do some sort of trip, but definitely going to Disney. But I'd like to hear if anybody else went on vacations or did any little trips during all of this. Okay, so the next thing that I sold in the 30s was this Madewell suede ankle booties. I did only sell them for $30 with free shipping on eBay. They did have a pretty decent amount of wear and then also on the heel, but I only paid, I think, $5 for them, so that's fine with me. Next were these new with tag Levi's 529 curvy bootcut jeans in a plus size, I think a 16. I wasn't sure about picking these up. I've just been experimenting with Levi's a little bit after watching Jack and Ryan's channel. If you don't know them, I'll link them below. They're really great information and funny. So I thought, well, I'll try these out. And they sold very quickly within a day for $30. Next was this Kalia Carrie Underwood. It was in a size 2X. It was just a long sleeve pullover like activewear top, and I sold that for $30. Next, some more Levi's. So definitely going to be continuing to look for these Levi's. They were the 311 shaping skinny jeans. I think they were in a little bit of a bigger size, like a 29 or 30, and I sold those for $30.88, which was my full asking price on eBay. And then next was this vintage UMG kimono, another one of these. This one was a short sleeve and a shorter one. It had kind of tassels on the end. It was in a size 1X or a 2X, I guess. That's just what it said in the tag. It's kind of could fit a lot of different sizes, and I sold that for $30.88. Next was this Cacique yellow plus size bra. It was yellow, I think, with like pink lace. It was in a size 42 double D, so good bigger size, does well for me. That sold for my full asking price on eBay for $32.88. Some things I will like edit out, but stuff like that, I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't think you guys care, and if you do, I mean, sorry, I'm human. Next was this Rails Hunter plaid soft long sleeve shirt. Good time to list these. I really wanted to keep one for myself, but this one was just a little bit too small, so I sold it for $35 on Poshmark. And then I sold this new with tags Under Armour Velocity men's pullover jacket. This was actually given to me by a friend. Kind of funny, though. She was moving and she said, I have tons of clothes, you know, can I give them to you? Look through them, see if there's anything you want. So I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. And first she was kind of asking me about doing a consignment type of deal that we could figure it out. And she gave me tons of clothes, like a lot. 5 or 6 huge bags. And out of all those, I only found like 3 things that were worth it. And that kind of sucks because I have a hard time telling friends, like, your clothes aren't worth money. You know, it's hard and to tell people that, but it was just like I possibly could have lotted some stuff together and sold it cheap, but I have to think about my time, how much time it takes to take pictures and measurements and store it and all of that. So she ended up just letting me keep the 3 items and didn't worry about any consignment. So I sold that for $35. The next were these Dansko black matte nursing clogs. These sold very quickly for me for $35 on Poshmark. Next were these Merrill men's perforated lace-up shoes. I picked these up at a Goodwill recently. They sold very quickly for $35. And then I sold this new with tags Free People Sienna orange plaid top. I picked this up at a Ross clearance sale recently for I think $7 or $8, and I sold that for $38. I forgot. Oh, I just realized I forgot a couple of things that sold in that $30 range. I'm just going to add them in here instead of trying to just go back and do all that over again. So there were a couple things on Mercari. One was a Nike pink hoodie. It was in a size 2X. I picked this up recently at a thrift store. I sold that for $30. And then next, I don't know how it's pronounced, Panache? P-A-N-A-C-H-E. It was a new with tags bra that I got for 99 cents. They had it marked originally at $24.98 because it was new with tags and the retail was $69, I believe. But I got all the way down to the sale price where no one had bought it for $25, obviously. So I sold that for $30 as well on Mercari. Okay, so we're going to go into the things that sold in the 40s. The first thing that I sold here was this Harley Davidson jean jacket. So it was a women's jacket, not really the typical Harley style with the leather, but I still picked it up being Harley Davidson. It had a rose kind of embroidered on the back. and I sold that for $40. Next thing was this bundle of a Lane Bryant blue linen dress and a Sanctuary long sleeve striped top. I offered her $40 and she accepted. Next, I had these 7 for All Mankind Dojo flare jeans. They did have the 7 stitching on the back pocket like they always do, but these were in a darker color. So the whiter stitching with those 7s always does better for me. With this being the darker color, I think I listed them a little bit lower for $45, and someone offered me $40 within minutes. So of course I went ahead and accepted that very quickly. Next was this men's polo Ralph Lauren sweater. It was in a V-neck. I had the pony in the chest. Sold that for $40.88 on eBay. The next thing on eBay was this Frank and Eileen Berry, which seems to be a popular style since I have picked this up recently a couple times. It was a striped long sleeve button up, and she offered me $44.90. I don't know why, the weird number, but whatever. I obviously took that. The next were these Dansko black, they were called the Reina boots. I had these on Mercari. They sold very quickly for $48. And then I had these Lululemon gray dance studio pants on eBay. They were in a size 4 long, and she offered me $45. So I went ahead and took that. I paid just normal price for those, $3.59. Okay, so that's all in the 40s. We just have a few more things left here in these higher sales. Couple things in the 50s. I had these gold sign. I think that's how you say it. Sounds just like it's spelled, or spelled just like it sounds. Anyway, there was just a black straight leg high-rise jeans. I sold this for $50. I really didn't know what to price those at. I had picked them up not knowing the brand, and the comps were a little bit all over the place, so I think I had listed them pretty high, but someone offered me $50. I had paid $5 or $6, so, you know, obviously I'm going to take that offer. On eBay yesterday, I just sold this. It was a Smart Wool Cascade cowl neck pullover sweater. Really pretty. Very quick sale, and I sold that for $50. And then on Mercari, I sold these Vionic black Sawyer Chelsea boots. Those were also a very quick sale within a day, and I sold those for $51. So definitely boots are selling right now, and these good brands like the Vionic, the Dansko sold well. And then these next pair I have, this was my one sale in the 60s. They were Freebirds by Steven. I've never sold this brand before. I picked them up at my local Salvation Army. I was very excited to see them. They were really beat up. I know that they're supposed to look distressed, but I feel like these were more than they're supposed to be. But anyway, I listed them for $85, and someone offered me $60. I had quite a bit of interest in these on all 3 platforms. I had one girl that I kind of posted on my Instagram story. If you saw that, that just asked me flat out, what's your lowest? And I really don't like that question, because I don't want to tell people what my lowest is, because then, you know, that's what they're going to offer you. And it's like, well, what if I would have said something else and they would take that, you know? So I always just tell people, I don't really share what my lowest would be. Feel free to make me an offer, and if I think it is too low, I will counter back, have a great day, or something like that. So I kind of try to keep it kind and still professional, but you know, that's how I responded when someone else just offered me $60 on Poshmark a day later, so that was great. Okay, so before I get into this last sale, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, go ahead and do that. You can find me there in the Canary Closet, but I've had these crazy like return cases on eBay lately, and I'd like to see like what you guys are dealing with and how you deal with it. So I've messed around a little bit on eBay with my return policy. So for a little while, I put returns on for everything within 30 days, and I think buyer pays shipping. Unless it's something that was my fault, then I think I pay the shipping, just to see if that would help create more sales. And I don't know if it really mattered that much, or I could tell. So then I'd start putting some of my items, I turned returns off. Of course, if its item is not as described, eBay can override that. They can still return it, which that makes sense. Like if I messed up and missed something. So the couple things, I had like 2 returns for doesn't fit, and I looked on that item and I still was accepting returns that time for anything. So I was like, ugh, of course I had to take it. So that was like slightly annoying. And then this one lady, it was those 2 Carhartt men's shirts I think I sold last week that were in a size 4X. Her comment was something like, these are wrinkly, I can't iron them. Husband doesn't want them, returning. And I'm like, what? So that was really annoying. That hasn't been resolved yet, because I've been trying to message her back and forth and work with her and just be like, hey, I mean, I didn't know what to tell her. I'm like, I use a steamer sometimes, and I said, I know that sometimes they can get a little bit wrinkled in transit. And she just was very upset that she can't iron them. And I know sometimes it's like, whatever, just take the return, make people happy. But Honestly, that's why I like Poshmark, because people can't return for crazy stuff like this, and I just don't like dealing with it. And so that still hasn't been resolved. I had offered her maybe to do a partial refund. She hasn't responded, so I'm kind of just waiting it out. But the craziest one was actually on eBay. And oh gosh, I should get out the things to read you the messages. Let me see if I can read the messages, because you won't believe all the stuff she said. Okay, so I found the messages, so I'm going to kind of go through and read them to you, because it's seriously so crazy and I can't believe it. So let me say, before this, it was 2 sweaters and a pair of jeans. She asked me tons of questions, all kinds of questions about measurement, fit, and all of that, and I answered all of them for her. Okay, so she got the messages, and here's what it said. I'm going to be reading from my computer, so I'm not going to be looking up at the camera too much, I guess. So it says, "Hi there, I just opened my box of clothes and they're so beautiful. I positively love them, but none of them fit me. They are all massive and I'm a big girl and they just make me look bigger. This is awful. I felt so good about everything I bought. I just can't believe none of them fit. The sweaters are the major issues. The jeans actually fit, but if I wear them for more than half an hour, I'm sure they'll lose their shape like every other pair does. I have to buy my jeans really tight and they stretch out to the right size like 15 minutes. These will be falling off of me in no time. Can I please return them all? I hate to ask you to do that. I never like to return anything, but I can't keep them. It's my birthday today, and that's the only thing I can think of that would make me happy, as is you will allow me to return them. I need clothes desperately. I've lost weight, and I'm so proud that I did, and I really want to wear clothes to show that I did. I don't want to wear oversized, frumpy clothes anymore. I can't wait to hear back from you. I'll be so forever grateful if you can do this for me." So I was like, oh my gosh, is this real life? Like, the thing about I don't want to wear oversized, frumpy clothes anymore. Like, the title in 2 of these sweaters literally said oversize. I'm like, what did you think it was? So that was when I replied back to her and I explained, I looked on those listings and those were ones that I had marked no returns, you know, of course, unless it was item as just not described, which they weren't. Everything was described correctly. So I sent her a message back just explaining I don't accept items for items like, I don't accept returns for things like fit and things like that. You are free to use my pictures and resell them yourself on eBay. I'm sure you can actually get more than you paid for them. And she responded, "I will. I understand totally. You were very helpful and I appreciate it very much. The clothes are so nice. I will definitely have to resell them. Thanks for getting back to me so quickly." And I thought, okay, great. It's done. But no, it's not done. And it gets much weirder. So let's see if I can find the next crazy message from her. Okay, I had to find the other message. So after I wrote that back, it was a couple days later, and then she wrote this. "Hi, I noticed a bad odor in my office, and I realized it was coming from the Free People sweater I had purchased. I thought I got a whiff of something yesterday when I opened it, but it kind of went away as quickly as it came, so I just forgot about it. I hung it on my stair railing outside all day to air out, and the odor is just as strong as it was to begin with. It's actually an offensive odor like fecal matter." Really? "The other clothes are fine, and I don't know anything going on with them as far as any type of odor. I'm in no way of saying you're at fault. It just seems as though it's stuck in the fabric, and I don't know if it'll come out. I have a really sensitive nose, and I asked my sister to smell it because she can't smell all that well, and she says it's not as strong like I say it is, but it's there, and it isn't a good smell. It doesn't fit me, and I was going to resell it, but I can't sell it like that. I'd like to return it, please. I'm sincerely sorry, but I don't know what else to do. It really has a sewage type of smell. I'll wait to hear back from you." And so, oh my gosh, at that point, I was so mad because I'm like, listen, you're lying. Because the first time, you know, her message, they don't fit, whatever, buyer's remorse, okay. And now she knows that the way she can get a return is to put items not described. And so I think she's just trying to get me out of my money and return things. And I'm like, it makes me so mad. So I'm looking around forever on eBay and I could not find like a live person to talk to. I found a number and it was like, please go to this website or something like that. Or there was like chat online. But there was nobody that could get back to you immediately. I never could get to a live person. I picked something, have them call you back within 24 hours. They never did. So I don't know. And so I just messaged her and I was being nice about it, but I kind of just said, listen, it sounds like that you're having buyer's remorse. I really don't like to do returns based on things like this. Again, feel free to resell it. And I said something too, like, I take pride in my business. I would never send something that has fecal matter on it or even that smell because, you know, I said I take measurements, pictures. I would have smelled that. I wouldn't have sold something like that. Like, I have over 800 items active. And so basically she just kept saying, why don't you believe me? Why aren't you reading my messages and crazy stuff like that? And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I just had to stop talking to her. I'm going to wait and see what eBay has decided to do. And I'll keep you updated, I guess. Kind of crazy. How do you deal with customers like that? And what do you do for returns on eBay? I'd like to know what other people do. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but you know, I'm super tired of it. So all my new listings, I'm just turning returns off. Of course, if it's something that was my fault, I'll take them. Okay, so let's get into this last thing that sold, what you've been waiting for. It was a Lululemon white slush hour down filled parka. I actually found this recently at Plato's Closet for their 70% off clearance sale, but it was not 70% off. It was up at the front on their Lulu rack for $50. So my first thought was like, whoa, that's a lot to pay up, you know. But then I was like, okay, let me look at it. It was that mid-length, a little bit longer, you know, down by your thighs. It was down-filled. It was in a size 6. It was white with black, like really cool colors. It was dirty, but I know I'd be able to clean it up. So I looked up comps real quick there, and I saw they were selling from anywhere from like $100 to $200, a little bit more for newer ones. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. It's the perfect time to be selling coats right now. So I listed it for $200 on all the platforms. And I think I've only had it for 2 weeks because the Plato's Closet 90% sale just started today, and they usually do that every 2 weeks. And so someone bought it full price on Mercari for $200. So that was crazy. I was really excited. I heard a cha-ching because Mercari makes the cha-ching sound. A little bit different than eBay's, and I wish Poshmark's would. But, you know, they don't. So, yeah, so that was super exciting. It was a really great sale. I know when it's worth it to pay up for things, because this definitely was. So that is it for my sales for this week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around. If you haven't done it already, please push that like button and hit that subscribe button with the little bell next to it. And you can see when I put out the next videos. I think I'm going to be doing a haul pretty soon. And I think I'm going to go to Plato's Closet 90% off today. So I'll see what I can find. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.